You ever bled out your truth on a silver plate, only for them to spit on it and ask for more lies? You ever screamed your soul into someone's silence, only to realize they were never deaf, they were indifferent? Yeah, that's when you learn. Words don't heal betrayal. Absence does. Let me say it again, slowly. So the ones in the back, the ones who always need a reason, can hear it. Stop explaining yourself. Make them feel your absence. You don't owe anyone a post-mortem of your pain. You don't need to narrate your worth to people who couldn't even spell loyalty with a loaded gun to their heads. Explanations are for the guilty. You're not guilty. You're just done. Pause, then shift into full monologue tone. You ever notice how when you vanish, suddenly, they become archaeologists, digging through your silence like it's sacred? Oh, now they care. Now they want to know what's wrong. Now they replay every word you ever said, like it's some encrypted gospel. But when you were there, when your heart was a damn open wound, they ignored it like background noise. That's how it works. The world is deaf to your value until it's missing. So stop preaching to the blind. Stop confessing to cowards. Stop explaining yourself to people who were never trying to understand. They were only waiting for the right moment to twist your words. Let them choke on your silence. You see, power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it walks away quietly. And that silence, that's the sound of self-respect detonating. You ever seen a ghost with unfinished business? That's what they turn into when you're gone. They walk around haunted, not because you left, but because you left without explaining. No closure, no permission, no final bow. Just silence. And it kills them. Because the truth is, they never wanted your honesty. They wanted your obedience, your loyalty, your silence dressed as submission. But when you vanish, when you evaporate like smoke and leave nothing behind but echoes and ashes, now they're the ones left explaining. To themselves, to others, to the mirror. Why did they leave? Was it something I did? Oh no, sweetie. It wasn't something. It was everything. Let's get something straight. You are not a press conference. You are not here to hold everyone's hand and narrate your every move. You're not a therapist to the people who caused your trauma. You're not a tour guide through your own hell. You were the light in the room, and they wore sunglasses. You were the fire, and they danced too close, thinking it wouldn't burn. Now that it's cold, now that the fire's gone, they finally miss the warmth they never appreciated. Isn't that funny? They couldn't hear you when you were loud, but your silence now, it's deafening. Explanations are for beggars, and your royalty. Why are you breaking your voice to convince someone of your worth when the real flex is vanishing without a word? Ghosting isn't disrespect, it's divine warfare. You're not abandoning them, you're teaching them. In the most brutal language ever spoken, absence. You don't owe them an apology for walking away. You owe yourself an apology for staying so long. You kept trying to pour truth into broken glasses, but all they ever did was spill it, stain it, shatter it. No more. You've been performing heart surgery with a plastic spoon, trying to fix people who were committed to bleeding on you, trying to decode behavior from people who treat cruelty like it's a second language. It's not your job to turn demons into angels. It's your job to shut the gates to hell and leave. Quietly, completely, coldly. And when they ask, "Where did you go?" tell them, "I gave you everything, and you played with it. So now I'm giving you nothing, and it hurts more." You see, people never notice the water until the well is dry. They call you selfish when you stop giving. They call you cold when you stop explaining. But they never called you worthy when you were drowning in sacrifice. You were their therapist, their journal, their punching bag, their fix, but never their priority, never their equal. And now they're confused because you've disappeared into the dark with no warning, no closure, no sweet goodbye, just gone. Because that's how real power moves. It doesn't scream, it vanishes. You ever seen them squirm after you leave? It's beautiful. They stalk your stories, refresh your pages, replay your messages like it's a symphony of regret. They used to ignore your words. Now they dissect your absence. Did they block me? Did I go too far? Do they hate me? Good. Let them rot in uncertainty. Because silence is the loudest scream of all. Let me tell you something real. You don't lose people by being quiet. You lose the wrong people, the users, the manipulators, the narcissists. When you finally stop justifying your existence, and once they're gone, the peace is so loud, it's violent. The most dangerous thing you can do is heal in silence. They won't see it coming. They think you're still broken. They think you're still crying in the corner. But you're not crying. You're constructing, evolving, becoming something they'll never get access to again. You've become untouchable. Not because you hate them, but because you finally loved yourself enough to walk away without a speech. They wanted you to fall apart publicly, so they could play the savior in your collapse. But you gave them nothing. Not a word, not a scream, not a hint. Just silence. And that silence, that's not weakness. It's power. It's a blade sharper than any argument. Let me explain what happens next. They'll test you. They'll send you a breadcrumb, some fake apology, a meme, a "Hey stranger." Don't fall for it. That's not closure. That's control. They don't miss you. They miss the power they had over you. They don't miss the love. They miss the access, the convenience, the control. Keep them starving. Keep your distance like a graveyard keeps secrets. Because the most poetic revenge isn't fire. It's absence. Not blocking them. Not insulting them. Not exposing them. Just removing yourself entirely. And when they tell others, they just left me without warning. Let that be your legacy. Let them explain your silence to everyone you used to explain your pain to. Let them carry the weight of why. Let them stay up at night, wondering what went wrong. Because you finally realized, explaining yourself to people who don't listen is like begging shadows to feel sunlight. It's futile. It's finished. You see, you were never too much. They were just too little. Too small to hold your fire. Too weak to match your depth. And instead of saying, "I'm not enough," you kept trying to shrink yourself into their comfort zones, like a lion dressing as a house cat to make others feel safe. Enough of that. Rip the costume, burn the script, exit the stage. Let them sit in the theater, wondering why the star vanished mid-show. Let them sit with the empty chair. That's how you win. You want respect? Stop demanding it with words. Command it with absence. Don't write another paragraph. Don't send another essay. Don't cry in a bathroom stall trying to translate your soul for the emotionally illiterate. Just vanish. Just cut the cord. Let them scream into the void you leave behind. And when they finally understand what they lost, it'll be too damn late. Because once you reclaim your energy, once you stop explaining your moves like a criminal begging for parole, you realize something terrifyingly beautiful. You never needed them. They needed you. And now they get to live with the silence they once ignored. Now they get to feel your absence the way you felt their neglect. No closure, no pity, no regrets, just the echo of what once was, and the brutal, eternal quiet of what will never be again. So go ahead, disappear like a storm swallowed by night. Take your fire, your light, your voice, and vanish. Let them feel your absence like an amputation. Let them wear it like a scar. Let your silence haunt them like the ghost of everything they destroyed. Because when you stop explaining yourself, you stop giving them power. And that's when you truly become unstoppable.